Hey everyone, I'm Devin.
And I'm Kayla.
And this is
Cowley College News. So, election week, huh? Devin, did you vote?
I sure did. It was my first time being able to vote, and I hope all of you got around to it as well.
That's awesome. I unfortunately missed my chance to register.
2020 will definitely be known for more than its pandemic, and that's for sure.
Agreed. For now, we can talk about that another time. Why don't we talk about the Student Showcase in December?
I got to speak with 3 faculty members involved in running the upcoming Student Showcase. So firstly, what is the Student Showcase?
The Student Showcase, primarily, at least from the art and graphic design side of it, is going to be the students from our portfolio class, the graphic design portfolio class, showing off their student portfolios. And that's a mix of both art and design students. I believe we're also going to have members of our art club on hand. They're going to be showing some of their work as well as selling some of the things that we have made for the club. Those are going to be wooden signs, vinyl things, and artwork that they've put together.
Curious as to what role COVID-19 had on the event, I asked Mrs. Cervantes what was different this year.
I think that this year we are going to have to limit the numbers down that hall. So we'll probably have our refreshments set up somewhere maybe in the lobby area rather than in a room down the hall. We'll probably run it a little bit longer. Generally we go like a 6:30 to 8, and we'll probably open earlier and run a little bit later. We will require masks, which we do on campus anyway. What we don't want to do is send anyone home with the virus as they're going home for the holidays.
¿Qué es lo que quiere mostrar en esta exhibición?
It is art and writing and photography, and it's just a really cool mix of all of the different elements that come together in the creative arts. So kind of the theme this year is Catalyst for Change. So we have one exhibitor who has a whole piece that deals with race and Black Lives Matter and how the last few years have kind of changed her perspective on life. And we have another exhibitor that will do a piece that has to do with how domestic violence interrupts or changes your life.
La exhibición de los estudiantes se realizará el 3 de diciembre a las 6:30 p.m. en el Brown Center, con todas las medidas del distanciamiento social implementadas. Es un show que realmente no se deben perder.
Yep, that's right. At the showcase, remember that there is a chili feed too. Make sure you don't miss it.
That sounds delicious. I actually plan on stopping by. Kayla, you stopped by Jason O'Toole and discussed student activities going on around campus.
Over the last few months, Cowley College has been busy with student activities. I sat down with Jason O'Toole and Adriana Bruce to get the inside scoop.
The door decorating contest is just getting underway. A lot of times students will wait until they think that Halloween's right around the corner, and then they say, oh no, I better run out and get some stuff to decorate my door. I would say we usually have anywhere from 30 to 40 doors that are decorated. There's also cash prizes.
Student Senate is an organization here on campus where students can come in and almost have a say in what they want to do, and students know what students want. Yes, we do have a couple activities. We have toilet tents and table tents put up in the cafeteria and all around the bathroom. Free bowling night on Thursday the 5th. That's coming up pretty soon. Christmas tree decorating competition for all the students.
There are so many activities coming up. I look forward to attending.
Our college is going to be super busy.
Can't deny that. We're almost at the end of our semester, and it's hard to believe that finals are just around the corner.
I know. We are down to less than 50 days until Christmas.
Hey, we can't just skip Thanksgiving. I can't miss out on my grandma's cranberry juice.
Today I'm going to show you guys a couple easy recipes that you can make these upcoming holidays. So let's jump right into it. So first up, I got a couple apples here that I'm going to cut in half, and then I'll end up taking out the core of it and then slicing them thin, but not too thin, because when you bake this, you don't want the apples to be mushy. After you cut them up, put them in a foil pan, and then I put about 3 tablespoons of sugar on this. For the crisp part, you're going to end up mixing together oatmeal, flour, cinnamon, brown sugar, nutmeg, and after you have all those mixed in together, then you're going to fold in some butter until it looks almost like a crumble texture. And after you have all of that mixed together, you're going to put it on top of your apples and have the oven preset to 425 and bake it for about 20 minutes.
Thank goodness that we get that small break. We just all need to keep safe and healthy so we can all return for finals.
I really don't want to talk about finals right now, Kayla.
Me either, Devin. Hey, Jordan, what did the president say about returning after break?
As we are approaching the holiday season and Thanksgiving break, there are a lot of questions going around campus as to what the rest of the semester will look like. I sat down and interviewed our president and a few students to clear the air.
Yes, Cowley College has plans for students and faculty, staff, everybody to return back after the Thanksgiving break. My expectation is, because the protocols have been working very effectively, we would expect that they're going to continue as we have them.
In regards to COVID-19 and coming back after Thanksgiving break, I can say that I'm not too worried about it. I feel that Cowley has done a great job keeping us safe from this virus. To listen to what the professionals have to say and keep wearing your mask, keep social distancing, even though we're all kind of getting tired of it. We all have to do our part in keeping each other safe as well.
Get sleep. It's really easy when you're on breaks to stay up really, really late and have very little sleep. That weakens the body.
If you're going to travel over this winter break, make sure you wear your mask and listen to the state's rules, especially in close proximities with people.
Face coverings, social distancing, washing of hands, vitamins, hydration, and rest. You do those, you'll be good.
What can you do to ensure the rest of the semester goes smoothly and safely?
Those are some valid points, and I hope everyone follows protocol and his suggestions to stay safe.
Unfortunately, we have had some students that have had to go through that.
Too bad one can't just cast a spell and make it all go away.
Poof, it's gone.
Or Puffs, which was the recent theater success of the Harry Potter fan fiction that was performed by Cowley's talented theater students.
Avery has the review.
Talented on the stage, but behind the scenes too. We spoke with those who helped make the show a success.
I think the show went really well. It's a really cute show, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. You probably got more of it than someone who wasn't familiar with Harry Potter.
At the beginning, I was an understudy for Megan, and since then I've had to step into the role. So my job as the assistant director was to help Nick with just some ideas throughout the show. I even directed a scene, which that was really cool, and it's kind of cool now that I get to be in the scene that I directed, so it's kind of just like a big reward to me that I directed it and now I get to star in it.
For running the soundboard, I make sure everybody sounds nice and pretty and clean, and for lighting designer, I've worked since early August on my design. I've built a lot of the items for the show, like our big wall and our archways.
So social distancing for the audience, which everyone has been really great about. You can sit with your group that you come with, and then we put three seats in between your group and the next group, and then we leave the seat or the row in front of you and behind you empty.
Some of the stuff that I am proud of for my cast is just how supportive they've been with each other. We hit a rocky road at the beginning with some of our actors getting sick, but we powered through that and we got on with the show as quick as can be, and everyone's just been supportive and great.
Long hours, hard days, but the end result is what I'm worried about. I want it to look as best as it can look.
The show was a hit, and the audience got a good time to relax and share a good laugh.
I'm sorry that I had missed out. Unfortunately, I had to work.
That's okay. You have 2 more chances in February where the theater will perform The Stinky Cheese Man, and in April they will have the Cowley version of Cinderella.
It's the Rodgers and Hammerstein's version of Cinderella and not the Disney version.
Oh, I know everything about Disney.
If you know so much, you should join the Quiz Bowl team.
Well, I thought it went really well. The fall tournament is always the first tournament of the season, so it's a time for training of new freshmen. And then plus we were on Zoom for the very first time, as a group, so building relationships with each other is something we still need to work on. We still have a team of 4. They like being together, so they wear their masks, then they just interact and get to know one another, and they have a really good time. Yes, it's happening this Saturday, November 7th, and we're going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning and go clear till 5.
That's all we have for this episode.
Next up, we have some sports, so don't miss out.
Tigers out.
Next up, we have chicken Alfredo. First up, you're going to want to grate your Parmesan first because then you want it to come to a room temperature. You don't want to put this in your Alfredo sauce later when it's cold because it's going to be really hard for it to melt down. And usually, you're just going to use a grater. I didn't have one with me, but I made do with what I had. After you do that, then you're going to want to butterfly your chicken breast, season it with what you have. I used Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, just some simple stuff, and then I seared it on both sides. You got to cook it all the way through because you cannot undercook chicken. Next up after that, I ended up making some bacon with it too because that salt added flavor to it, and I also used the bacon grease for the Alfredo sauce. Once you have your chicken and bacon cooked all the way, set it off to the side for it to cool down, and then boil your pasta. I cook mine till al dente, which isn't too mushy, but it isn't like it has like a little bit of a bite to it, which that's how I prefer mine. After you boil your pasta, take it off the burner and then get your pan that you had your bacon cooked in because you want to keep a little bit of the bacon grease in it to use it to sear some minced garlic in it. And once you have the minced garlic a little bit of a golden brown, you want to make sure you keep whisking this also. You're going to want to put your tablespoon of flour in there to make sure it thickens up, and make sure you continue to whisk that. You do not want it to burn. After that, you will put your half and half in, continuing to whisk. That will thicken up, and then you're going to end up putting your Parmesan cheese in there and stir that until it's all melted down and smooth. After the Parmesan cheese, you'll put your tomatoes and spinach in the pan, and once the spinach is softened, then you're gonna end up pouring it over your pasta. So I put my pasta in a foil pan over the chicken and bacon, and then I poured the Alfredo sauce over that and mixed it all together. Next up, we have roasted carrots. This is actually a super easy recipe, very cheap. All I got are some carrots, and I cut the ends off of them. Then I took the skin off, sliced them down the middle, and then I ended up mixing together minced garlic and butter and put that on the carrots, mixed it all together to make sure they're all lathered. But you don't want to put too much butter because you don't want it to be too greasy because you will put Parmesan cheese on this, and cheese already has oils in it, so it will get greasy. I also put Italian seasoning and salt and pepper on this too, and then you have your oven preset to 425 also, and I put these in the oven for about 15 minutes. You don't want to cook them for too long. And there you go. You have all three of these dishes. Honestly, does not take that much time, pretty inexpensive, and you can eat these at any time of the year.